One more day until I get to review Alien Covenant, so let's talk about Prometheus. Prometheus is a Ridley Scott directed film that came out in 2012. It was sort of announced as an Alien prequel, however he backpedaled then and called the movie a film that had alien DNA in it. And for all intents and purposes, this movie does take place in the Alien universe. The movie tells the story of a scientific expedition because there are a couple scientists that believe that there are actual alien creatures out there that created life, that created us. They call them engineers. So now they believe that they finally found a star map that leads to their location. And these humans finally hope to meet their makers in order to ask them all the important questions, like, why did you make us in the first place? And boom, now we have our movie. Now, this is probably the most divisive film among the Alien fans, and I personally gotta admit, I fucking adore it. Yeah, I know I'm in the minority here, but I love it. First of all, the way the movie looks. This movie looks stunning. Ridley Scott directs science fiction like no one else. The first shot of the landscape is just stunning. Also, I love most of the characters. First up, Noomi Rapace. I think she's a great lead character for this particular movie. She's interested, she's curious, she's blessed and cursed with human curiosity because she's willing to do anything to find out the truth about life. Her lover Holloway is a weak character, but I get behind his character motivations. Favorite two characters in the entire film. First up, Idris Elba as the captain of the Prometheus. He is, in my opinion, the secret hero of the entire mission, especially since he sacrifices himself at the end. And Michael Fassbender as David. David is an android, but David has his very own agenda. He's also blessed with curiosity, and he realizes that we people made him just because we could. So now he's messing around with some stuff that shouldn't be messed around with, because they actually stumble upon this black goo, and this black goo is actually the origin of the xenomorphs. So naturally, this movie has some tie-ins to the Alien universe. Now, when talking about this movie, there are a couple standout sequences for me. First of all, the C-section sequence. Oh my god, it's brutal, it's violent, it's gory, and I loved it. Also, the first time they stumble upon the cave, this movie just has this sense of sensation to it. However, once again, I do not consider this movie to be perfect, because there are some retarded characters in this film. Two scientists stumble upon a space cobra, and their first instinct is to poke it and touch it. Yeah, I mean, that is so stupid. Every time I watch this film, I'm like, why is this sequence in the movie? Why is this sequence even in the film? Because this film is great. It's awesome. It doesn't need that horseshit, but it's in there, which is why I have to take points off. However, near the end of the film, we finally get to see a xenomorph, or at least a deacon, as some people call it. Yeah, it's a prototype of the xenomorph, and I'm like, great, now I want to see the sequel, and I will get to see the sequel very soon. But Prometheus is a movie that I believe is treated very unfairly among fans, because people went in with their own expectations. They wanted to see fuckloads of xenomorphs. They wanted to see too many tie-ins. I think this movie actually asks more questions than it answers. But again, that's not a negative. That is good science fiction writing. I could go on and on about the pros of this movie because I absolutely adore it. But if you don't like it, that is absolutely fine. I myself adore it, and I'm gonna give Prometheus the silver medal. Yep, in my opinion, it's one of the most overlooked and underrated movies of all time. But that's just my opinion. So Prometheus, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. And thank you guys, as always, for watching. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then just subscribe.